Let's talk some truth, shall we?
We present to you a Rome Productions.
What's good, everybody? If you're a first time viewer of my content and of this video, like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like the video. Today we're going to be going over a poor man's podcast. This man, I've been watching him from the come up. I've been watching his content ever since he was at like 40,000, 50,000, even all the way back when he was on the come up, when he was, back when he was like hitting 10K, hitting 15K. And I'm an upcoming content creator myself, so I highly admire his ambition and his consistency of producing content, and now he over here getting millions of views on his videos and stuff like that. So shout out to Poor Man's Podcast. With that being said, I saw this video a couple of days ago, and he was having this interview with this woman, and we cannot go over everything in this video for two reasons. One, I am at a particular location where the Wi-Fi is terrible, so when I try and upload anything above 10 minutes, it's going to take a very long time for it to upload on YouTube. So I would try to keep this at a minimum of 10 minutes or less as possible. Now, I have listed about 9 things that I've noticed in this video that I want to talk about concerning the whole basis of what they talked about. The video is called Average Women Don't Want Average Men. And so I'm assuming, I don't know what particularly her name is, but this video, I guess, was done on what is called Krew season. I haven't seen their channel before, but the full video is linked in the description box below. So let's get into it. First thing that this woman says is that women are poor man, he said that women are the #1 people responsible for failure in relationships.
Women are more responsible for failed relationships in 2021.
They go back and forth on this whole particular issue at hand. They basically get down to the issue of women in this age in life wanting to be more like men.
And I think where women fail, especially in 2021, is women try to be the same as men. I think at first it was about equality. Now women want to be the same as men, but nature has a different role in that.
They want to be equal with men. They want to interact with men like men interact with women. They also talk about how the average woman doesn't particularly want the average male. Now, do I personally agree with that? No. But we'll get to that in a second. But then they go further on by saying that men and women are different, and he made this very known, and he directly says that women want to be visual creatures, and that they go after the wrong type of men because they think he looks good, he got the 6-pack, he over 6 feet, all this type of stuff. He has this certain appearance about himself. But the same thing when it comes to men. When men see stuff visually, it's because a woman's, I guess you could say a woman's trait or something that's very special about a woman is her beauty.
Women look for the wrong things in men, and that's what leads them to a lot of the problems that they have in relationships.
Are you sure that's not women looking for the wrong things in men, or men are looking for the wrong things? Because let me ask you this. Let's turn that question around. What made you DM that woman?
What she looked like.
Yeah, so like men, y'all base that DM on what she looks like, and y'all have no idea like what she has in her head, what she has going for herself. So you're telling me that women go based on the wrong things, but you're going based on nothing but physical. How's that not the wrong?
Well, men are visual creatures.
So men are allowed to be physically attracted to a woman. Women are not allowed to be physically attracted to a man?
You are, but if you go for a man that's physically attractive, then you're looking for the wrong things. Don't you want a protector and a provider?
So you just said it yourself. If you go for him that's physically attractive, you're going after the wrong things, but then you turn around and said the question was women are the reason why relationships are failing in 2021. You clearly just told me men are physical. When you go after physical, you're going after the wrong thing. So how are men not the issue?
Well, men and women are different. You got to understand that. Off the rip. And I know that's
for either or. People in general are visual creatures. Men and women are visual creatures, not just men. Now, you do have something that is called the male gaze, right? And this is a Eurocentric or westernized concept. It's subjective. It could be either or. Men can visualize women and gaze at women, and women can gaze at men. People can be objectified on both sides of the playing field. Now, when it comes to women trying to be like men, you do have certain scenarios where women mess themselves up because they find somebody that they find to be really attractive. They like their voice, they like the way they walk and talk, but their actions and their habits and traits speak for itself that they just ain't shit. Now, the same thing can go for men. you know, and I'm not giving men the slack here, because men can look at women and be like, dang, she got a fat ass, or you know, she got the Coke bottle body, or she a 9 and a 10, or she looked like a model, or this type of stuff, right? And that can mess you up, because you think this woman looks so beautiful on the outside, but she is just cruel and rotten on the inside. So on both sides, you know, men and women are visual creatures, and I'm not going to say or agree that women are the number one reason for failures. Now, some men could say that, well, when you look at divorce rates, and the reason why most relationships fail is because women, they dip out. That could be true. At the same time, just because you have a majority, or statistics may show that women are more likely to dip out on a relationship or a marriage, that does not mean that, you know, identifies with you individually, or that's just the general fact in terms of how women are when it comes to relationships. The second thing that they mentioned is that men are easy.
Men are easy. That's the only reason why I can say 100%. Like, the thing is, I feel like women are not as easy to get with as men are. And it is what it is. Like, men can be in an entire relationship and you can tell them, hey, I want to you tonight. And they will jump on that. And they will forget what they have at home. But I feel like women think a little bit more into that before they make that decision.
They was talking about how, you know, Poorman asked her if, you know, you hitting up all the guys in your phone, you talking about you wanna fuck, what is your success rate? She said 100%. You know, and so she goes to conclude that men are easy, you know. And in here, I'm not going to say men are easy. Men, they want to get some, or these type of men, they want to get some and they dip. You know, it's not that men are easy. They just see an opportunity and they execute on it. You know, if you talking about you want to fuck, R.I.P. that pussy, hey! Like, we going in. Number 3, why judge men based on appearance? And this is probably like 5 minutes into the video, where they basically talking about, you know, men, and Poorman was talking about how men can have this going for themselves, men can have that going for themselves, but because their appearance isn't up to other particular men, they get overlooked.
Okay, basically what I'm trying to get at is this. If you want a man that can protect and provide for you because that's a male's role, why are you judging who you want to be with based on appearance?
Because you have to be sexually and physically attracted to a person. I feel like, why do we have to accept the bare minimum? But for men, y'all, we have to come with 100%. We have to check off every box. But as women, we have to be like, you know what? He provides. He's loyal, so therefore he doesn't have to be physically attractive.
Now here, I will say that both men and women love to be around, or they would like to have somebody by their side that looks good. And I can't blame anybody that wants to find somebody attractive. You know, the problem is that you have people who are average at best trying to go for the best. That's what you have, both men and women. Where you have men and women who are trying to find somebody who is a 9 and a 10. Just stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's subjective. That's personally, that's how I view it. I view this perception that when you have men being judged by their appearance, of course you have men who are overlooked because they just don't look the same way as what you would have a Michael B. Jordan or a Denzel or a Damson. You know, these are the type of men that women are interested in and attracted to, and they make that plain and known. More into this conversation, they then talk about, why do women have to accept the bare minimum?
Boxes are y'all checking off? Let me know what you...
We check off everything. We are smart. Okay. We provide. We're good wives. We're good mothers. We come from good homes. We can cook. We can clean. We're good in bed. Like, everything that we have to mount up to, we do. And I feel like as women, unfortunately, we have to settle.
Because now we're still talking about appearance, right? And she goes on talking about, and she makes a very good point. How is it that men are allowed, based upon this conversation that they're talking about, how is it that men can have the priceless diamond, right? They can have a nice, or I guess what you could call a trophy wife by their side, right? But for women, they have to be content with being with just a good man, but not a good looking man, right? A good looking man. And you know, she brings up a very good point here, and you know, she over here lists things for poor men concerning what is it that women do for men. And she's like, see, we provide, we cook, we clean, we do good in bed, all this type of stuff, right? And poor man responds and says, you just name stuff that men don't want in a woman. And I feel like he was being a little combative here. He was being a little defensive here. Because what man doesn't want a woman that can cook? What man doesn't want a woman that can clean? Now, when it comes to providing, what is it that she's providing? When we think of provision, we think of money. But is she providing peace? Is she providing happiness? Is she providing love? Is she providing nutrition? You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to provision, I look at it in a different aspect. You know, when you listen to Red Pill so much, when a woman says provide, I can provide, we think of money. We think of materialistic things instead of things concerning spirituality, mental, psychological, emotional. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, it's just me, myself, and I. Ride it, dolo, hit me up, might not reply. Feeling focused, got my optics on the life. And on the prize, you compromise, go suicide. I pay the price, it's just me, myself, and I. Ride it, dolo, hit me up, might not reply. Feeling focused, got my optics on the life. And on the prize, you compromise, go suicide. I pay the price, hey.